Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge MVP dominance exposes canyon-sized problem shaping MLB's future. Two of the most electrifying players just pulled off something baseball had never seen before. Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge swept the MVP awards in their respective leagues for the second straight year, a back-to-back feat that's rewriting history books. Judge secured his third AL MVP in 4 seasons, narrowly edging out Seattle's Raleigh, while Ohtani won his third straight MVP, bringing his total to 4 before turning 31. This unprecedented dominance is raising concerns about a troubling gap in the sport. In 2025, Aaron Judge had an outstanding season, batting .331 with 53 home runs, becoming only the third player ever to lead the league in batting average while hitting over 50 home runs. His OPS was an impressive 1.144, significantly higher than Raleigh's 948, and he led all of baseball in on-base percentage and slugging. Meanwhile, Shohei Ohtani had a remarkable season. He hit 55 home runs and scored an MLB-high 146 runs, while also pitching 14 games. He posted a 2.87 ERA and struck out 62 batters, solidifying his status as the only player in history to win multiple unanimous MVP awards. Former MLB executive David Samson recently voiced a concern. On his podcast, Nothing Personal with David Samson, he pointed to what he calls a canyon-like difference between these elite players and everyone else chasing them. Judge and Ohtani are back-to-back. They were the best last year. They're the best this year. What makes you think they won't be the best next year? Samson asked his audience. He's not just talking about this season. He's looking ahead with troubling clarity. He did not stop there. Samson further said, 3 out of the 4 winners were repeat winners from last year. Samson noted, referring to both MVP and Cy Young awards. His prediction: all 4 major award winners from 2025, Judge, Ohtani, Paul Skeens, and Tarik Skubal, will repeat in 2026. Aaron Judge finishing in the top 5 for MVP next year would be an absolute expectation, if not a certainty, he said, while suggesting that Raleigh cracking the top 5 again would be a Christmas miracle. Raleigh's season shows just how wide that canyon runs. The switch-hitting catcher became the 7th player ever with a 60-homer season, setting records for most homers by a catcher, a switch hitter, and a Mariners player. He added elite defense, winning both the Gold Glove and the AL's Platinum Glove. He drove in 125 runs and helped Seattle reach the ALCS. Yet he still finished second to Judge, collecting 13 first-place votes to Judge's 17. When asked about his latest accolade, the two-way star's priority was clear. The biggest thing is obviously being able to win the World Series. That's first and foremost, Shohei Ohtani said through an interpreter. It's icing on the cake to be able to get an individual award, being crowned MVP, but I just really appreciate the support from all my teammates, everybody around me, my supporting staff. Judge, reflecting on his journey from backyard dreams to 3-time MVP. I always would joke around with my parents in the backyard, or when I was playing Little League, that one day I would get a chance to be in the major leagues, he said. I never thought it'd be something like this. It's just truly incredible. Always chase your dreams. But while Judge and Shohei Ohtani remain unbeatable, the league watches that canyon grow wider. Is there anyone who can surpass them? Well, predictions are there though. Next-gen stars poised to bridge the gap in MLB's MVP race. Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge have set the bar impossibly high, but a handful of rising stars are positioning themselves to challenge that dominance. As per the reports, Raleigh of the Mariners, who hit 60 home runs and drove in 125 runs in 2025, can win next year if he remains consistent. However, he still lost to Judge in the MVP voting. That kind of thunderstick strength provides him the push he needs to take on Judge next season. Nick Kurtz of the Athletics is another up-and-coming first baseman in the AL who might really break out. His rookie honors and offensive potential have put him on the 10 candidates list for 2026, even though he isn't as well known as some other names. He may not have the same impressive history as Judge and Ohtani, but his path is one to watch. Juan Soto of the Mets is the most likely person in the National League to take Ohtani's throne. He hit the most home runs and stole the most bases in his career in 2025, and he looks ready to keep going up. If he puts it all together, he might win the NL MVP if the distance closes. Another slugger is Elly De La Cruz, the Reds' shortstop in the NL, who is a wild card because he has a mix of speed, power, and defensive promise. Even if he doesn't have as many awards, being on the candidates list for 2026 shows that he could be the kind of breakout danger that shakes up the status quo. Raleigh, Kurtz, Soto, and De La Cruz each have a different kind of challenge: power catcher, rising slugger, disciplined outfielder, and dynamic shortstop. One observer said that there is a canyon-sized gap between the top and the rest of the league. If this is true, it's up to these guys to create the bridge.